Claude Live Artifacts allow you to create dashboards like this one here, and this one here. They are a brand new feature from Anthropic, which was just released. What makes them special isn't the fact that they're just static data, but this is live data with things like MCP connectors built directly in that continuously update, and they work inside of Claude Cowork. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set them up, why you might want to do so, and how you can start taking advantage of them. Let's begin. Now, unlike regular artifacts which are available through the web URL, you can only use live artifacts if you've got the Claude desktop app installed. So we're going to do that first. Head to the Claude website and select to download it. I'm running macOS, so I'm going to download the macOS version of Claude right here. Once logged in, you'll open up Claude Desktop and it should look familiar since it's more or less the same as the web version, with a few small changes. Specifically, you should see an option here for live artifacts now that you're logged in. Let's go ahead and take a look. What makes live artifacts special is connectors. It's essentially being able to pull in live data. We already have Claude connected to Chrome as well as the file system, but we can integrate it to other things like Gmail, Calendar, or even other apps altogether. Under Browse Connectors, you have some pre-configured ones that Anthropic have set up in the past, but this doesn't really give you access to everything. For this, I'll be using Zapier MCP. I've already got thousands of applications set up in Zapier, which allows me to integrate those straight into my live artifacts without having to reconfigure stuff. It's also a little bit more secure, since through Zapier, I can give it access to exactly the permissions I want, such as only reading emails, but not writing or deleting them. So let's set this up through Claude and see what that looks like. So here under connectors, I'm going to type in Zapier. There's already a pre-established workflow to connect this up, and it takes me to the website to do that. I'll log into my Zapier account and it'll take me to this option here to set up the MCP server to connect up to Claude. Once done, it connects me straight back to the application itself and establishes that connection. Here it is under connectors. I can do some more configuration here for tool permissions, but I'll set this up a little bit later on, because now I think it's time to actually set up our first live artifact. You'll need to head to Cowork, which is just this tab over here, and then head to Live Artifacts. On this section here, we'll need to create a new artifact, and we can do so by chatting with Claude. This part is pretty easy, since the very first time you use it, it actually takes you through a setup process where you can create your first dashboard, and that's what I'm going to do here. Claude has gone ahead and already connected to my tools, and the first tool it connected to was Zapier, and here it actually identified that while Zapier is pretty cool at being able to connect up to lots of apps, I haven't actually given it access to anything like my inbox or my calendar. And this is where Claude starts prompting me. It asks me what kind of data I want to pull. I'm going to give it the request to pull things from Gmail, and then it asks what kind of artifact I want to build. And here I'm going to place in that I want to build a dashboard maybe for my daily activity, such as my calendar and my events, and that's really all that's needed. It's now going to go ahead and start building that. It's going to create a morning inbox dashboard. It's going to have all my unread emails, all my calendar items, and anything else that it needs to flag. However, it's already identified one issue. Zapier MCP currently doesn't expose the Gmail or calendar, and for that, I'm going to need to enable it. Let me actually head back here to Zapier and set that up properly now. Under Zapier MCP, I've got this Claude MCP server, which we had automatically set up through Claude Cowork. And this section here is where I can give it permission to do specific tasks, like find emails, which I'm going to allow it to do right now. I'll also do the same here for my calendar. I'll head to add another tool, select Google Calendar, and select to find events. These are all you need right now to get this live artifact up and running. So let's now jump back into Claude Cowork and see if it's ready to set up. I did run into one small bug, which was the fact that it hadn't updated the tools just yet, but there's a quick fix for that. All you have to do is head back to the connectors and reestablish the connector, and it'll pull in the new tools that are now available. So to do that, I'm going to head here to Browse Connectors once more, select the option here for Zapier, hit disconnect, and then reconnect. And that's it. You can see those tools are now available down here. I can also click Always Allow so that Claude doesn't have to ask me each time for permission to be able to access them. With that done, I can head back to Cowork, select the artifact that I'm currently working on, and just let Claude know that it should now have access to those tools. I'll speed up the next 3 minutes to just about 3 seconds where it goes ahead and builds the live artifact out. And here it is. It's essentially my own custom dashboard for all my emails. I can pin it here on the left-hand side and then also view it in a full screen mode, which looks a little bit better. Now, this is really just a quick one-shot example. Of course, you can be a lot more creative by pulling in a lot more data, connecting it up, and having it always as something you can access. And this is the main difference with Live Artifacts. It's not just static data like we've had in the past, but now it can actually be almost like a live web server. There's some pretty cool benefits to this. Like, I can continue to prompt with Claude to enhance this dashboard. I can connect up Claude to additional tools like Notion, Airtable, Salesforce, or Slack, and then have it pull data from those elements and add to the dashboard I'm currently building, and even connect different tools together in a unified dashboard. For now, I'm pretty impressed with what Live Artifacts brings to the table, and I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to learn more about Claude Live Artifacts or even how to connect up Zapier, check the links in the description below.